What do you think?
Hello, everybody. Welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel. Specifically here tonight, Steve's Wrestling Ramble coming off WWE Super Showdown. They're in Melbourne, and with Raw and SmackDown. And then next week we have SmackDown Live, SmackDown 1000. We have Evolution coming back. Rey Mysterio back in the ring. He's gonna be take part in a qualifying match against the United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. They reported the WWE World Cup that will be taking place at WWE Crown Jewel, that event after Evolution, of course.
I actually forgot. Sorry to cut you off there, Steve, but this is the man, Clackman. I forgot about what Nakamura's catchphrase is now. He's like the president of Nakamura, Nakamerica, like what is it, the king of Nakamura City? What is it?
It's Nakamerica.
So
Nakamura's America.
He's the president. He's the king. He's the leader, the ruler. What is he?
I don't know if he was anything like that. He just keeps saying,
"Welcome to Nakamerica." It's like that. Welcome to Nakamerica.
Yeah, it's more of that. That he doesn't call himself a ruler, king, emperor. No, he's just welcome to Nakamerica.
About as stupid as that fucking that name that Mickey and Trish have. Oh my god. They didn't even try. We're gonna talk about that later. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was updated today. You know about that crap, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh god. What kind of shit were they smoking with that name? You know what there? Let's take 2 seconds. You two are friends, right? You two are besties, right? Bestie business. All right, I'm out. Oh my god.
Hey, well, as most would say, it'd be low on the totem pole. So take that 2 seconds and think of a name.
About as brilliant as the Dogs of War. Oh, Kyron in the house. Yeah, yo, there we go, baby. Oh my god, we were just talking about that great name that Trish Stratus and Mickie James had together. You heard about it, buddy?
No, I didn't.
They have a new team name. And Steve, since you and Kyron have known each other for so much longer, how about you break the news to him on what Trish and Mickey's team name is?
Actually, you know what? You do it better. I'll let you do it.
Oh my god. Here we go. Now, okay, Kyron, put Kyron back on the screen.
Yes.
Here we go. Now, Kyron, what are Trish Stratus and Lita? What are they known as? What are they known as? Like to you. Begins with the letter B.
I
Bad. Okay. No, okay. Trish is called Lita like her bestie, right?
Yes.
So WWE took that name and made it Best for Business. And you combine that with their name and you get...
I don't even want to finish it. Just say it. If I reach down stupid enough to say it.
Besties, Best for Business.
No, they didn't do that.
Yeah, tell me they didn't do that.
They didn't really do that, right? You just
back me up.
No, they did that for sure, my friend.
Yeah, that was the brilliant creative that WWE has for their legendary females. Besties, Best for Business. If anything, they should have said Besties for Business.
That's what I was going to say, yes.
No, if anything, you don't give a name. What you don't need. Not every team in the world needs a name, especially if it's a one-off.
Thank you. Exactly. If they come out to Trish Stratus and Lita, this is Besties, Best for... Shut up! Oh my
god!
Best name ever. I haven't heard a name that good since Dogs of War. Oh. A name so good they don't even say it on TV anymore.
Not exactly.
So the graphic this week on Raw, the graphic this week there, they had the Shield on the left and the names of the three of them on the right. They didn't even bother with the Dogs of War shit. They don't say it anymore. They don't say it. They don't read it. They don't nothing. They don't think it.
They don't say it in promos either. Yeah, they don't say it at all.
They say Hounds of Justice still, but not Dogs of War. Oops, was that name stupid? Let's not ever say it again. That's what they did this week on Raw and everything going forward. Oh my god, the way these people can just support this stupidity is amazing. I mean, like they lost $1 billion the past couple of days. They lost $1 billion because their stock plummeted like 20 points. Oh my god! Because like some scandal in Saudi Arabia serves them right.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, we got so much to talk about tonight. We got to talk about. I would say pay-per-view, but I'm not counting as a pay-per-view. We got Super Showdown to talk about. Raw and SmackDown. NXT had an epic triple threat match.
I'm talking about Bound for Glory, bitches. Fuck that shit. It's like only 6 matches there. There's only 6 matches there. So like it's work.
There was news about Saudi Arabia that came out. There was news that came out about Asuka.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is not injured. If you've seen how she's working out, there's no way she's injured.
Right.
She's good at hiding it. We got stuff to talk about.
Again, I was gonna say though, might as well, even though yes, we should jump into the other things, but since we're talking about it right now, from what I was reading, from a source, is that Sasha Banks does actually have an injury, and that's why she's been out. But she will be doing some house show events. But it's unclear if she's going to be at Evolution. I think that if it is just a nagging injury, a back injury, that she's going to be able to come back sooner. Just hold her off till after Evolution. Then have whatever you're going to have for her starting on the Raw after, and just go from there, as I say. Go from there and whatever the plan is, to whether you have Boston Hug Connection for a couple months or however they want to do with that. But I don't know. Like, that's at least from what I'm seeing. They're saying it's an injury and a back injury specifically. So I know different people saying different things. But what do you guys say on why Sasha Banks is not?
Well, I've heard that back injury thing, but I don't know if you guys can see my phone. There's someone doing it's like this, like they have a back injury.
It's on the thing. Maybe she's thinking about doing it and she doesn't do it. If it's over her head, then yeah, it's still on the trench, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if, let's say that is the truth, even if she wasn't, if she was thinking it, who with a back injury try to lift something like that? Sasha's a lot of things. She's determined, but she's not stupid. If she really had a back injury, no, she wouldn't try to lift that.
Yeah, I got this. I can lift double my weight. Yeah, that's no problem.
I mean, she's only 100 or less than 230. There's no way she would lift that.
She's about 130.
Exactly. She wouldn't lift that. Her back was as messed up as it sounds. All I'm saying is, if she's injured, then just come out and say she's injured. Like, don't half-ass it. I mean,
you know what? Maybe she's pissed that she's not going to fight Trish, and she's making up the injury.
I mean, I'm already upset about that myself. And then another dream match is that tag team match. I mean, I actually wanted to see Bayley and Sasha versus Trish and Lee. That's something I wanted to see, but I guess not. I still don't really care about the match, to be honest.
Did you hear about the bait and switch?
What about it?
The bait and switch that WWE did with the Trish Stratus and Trish Stratus and Alexa Bliss match.
What I heard is it's because Alexa's injured. That's what I heard.
Check this out.
That the match with Trish was always going to be a tag team match. That's what I heard.
Listen to this.
Ticket sales when Evolution was first announced, a match they never actually intended to put on, which, as Meltzer points out, would be very damaging to most other wrestling promotions who sell tickets based on the cards they advertise. WWE, however, changes scheduled matchups so often they can miss their audience not care when they're essentially nudes. That's why, just several segments after the Bella's heel turn, the Alexa versus Trish and Lisa versus Mick matches were combined.
That's it, yeah.
Thanks, Holly. Holly.
Yeah, man. WWE doesn't care. They can do whatever they want.
I mean,
last second.
We know they don't care. I mean, you got Becky and Charlotte having the main roster. Like, let's be specific. The main roster's first ever last women's standing match, but yet we all know that Nikki and Ronda is going to be the main event of Evolution, a match that apparently is supposed to be for publicity and mainstream media attention. What mainstream media attention has Nikki gotten since her and John broke up? Because Total Divas ratings in the toilet. So what mainstream media attention has Nikki gotten since her and John broke up?
Gotta go.
I was gonna say all I was gonna go to is Total Divas, and even I haven't been able to watch them live, and I'm one that watches the shows. And
I
some
stopped. I stopped watching that garbage a long, long time ago. Why did I stop watching it? For one, I felt it was never interesting to begin with, and two, you have this revolution about women's wrestling, but yet Total Divas is the complete antithesis of what you're trying to do. And when you have storylines still based solely around Total Divas, that's a slap in the face to the women that aren't on the show and actually working harder. And they wondered why women like AJ and Sasha didn't want to be on the show.
Mm.
And I would be saying
Sasha look like private people, actually.
And the Charlotte Flair Becky Lynch match, like I gave it a 40% chance to be the main event. You know, for that. Oh, that's from a standing match for the SmackDown Women's title. I mean, the Ronda Rousey Nikki Bella match is going to be the main event because of twofold of that mainstream media. They're going to try to get Ronda Rousey, baddest woman on the planet, Nikki Bella for Bella Twins, and her own entrepreneurial businesses as well, Birdie B and otherwise. And also with Raw being the flagship show, the number one title is there, right? That's why the Universal title was always above the WWE title, no matter who was the champion. Whether now with AJ Styles or previously Dean Ambrose, my guy, no matter who it was, you know, and now you have Roman Reigns as Universal Champion. Like this is how it seems to be in that sense for the championship. So that's why it would, whether to you guys or not, it makes sense for them to have that match be the main event of Evolution, than to have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair battling for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship right after coming off the heels. And next week will be SmackDown 1000, which I'm pumped and looking forward to. Hopefully it does deliver. Come off the heels, then you go into the Evolution show, first of a women's pay-per-view event. It would be cool to see if that match be the main event, but it probably, as Kyron said himself, Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship. So I guess that's just going to be how it's going to be. We're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to hope that match delivers at all.
But remember, Clackman, they listen to the fans, according to Sasha Banks. Bullshit. You listen to the fans, but yet you have Dan Bryan and The Miz go less than 5 minutes to Super Showdown. You have you're constantly trying to make the fans boo Becky Lynch, which isn't going to work because to you that's not who we don't want you to cheer her. You cheer Charlotte, just like we don't want you to cheer Braun Strowman. You're supposed to cheer Roman Reigns, but they listen to the fans.
They do listen to their fans with their fingers in their ears. So yeah. Technically speaking, yeah. Then Karen dropped out.
No, I think maybe someone was just trying to talk to him. Anyways,
no. WWE cut him off there because he was spitting too much truth. Here we go.
Wow, I didn't know my show had that influence. But,
yeah, man. You saw WWE 2K19? They have control over everything, man. They'll cut your ass off real quick. Yeah, Kyron was saying a little bit too much. WWE didn't like that, and well, pulled his ass off real quick.
Now he's back.
Oh shit!
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Triple H cut you off there. WWE 2K19. He saw you with spitting too much truth. He just cut your ass off there. We can't have you saying that kind of stuff there. So you got to calm what you say on here, man, because there's eyes everywhere.
As I was saying, and then you listen to the fans. Yet every example I just brought up, and then you have Becky and Charlotte. Becky, who's the hottest woman on the main roster. I don't mean looks wise. I mean momentum wise. And her and Charlotte have the best feud going right now. And you say how you're all about first time evers, but this first time ever is the match that is a last from stand match. What this feud actually deserves. This isn't them just putting it up there just because this feud actually deserves that type of match. And despite you having the woman who we all associate as the female Roman Reigns and Charlotte, who you want to be your biggest female star, the legit biggest female star right now, Becky Lynch, and a stipulation that deserves it, and it's the most anticipated match, yet you won't put that in the main event. I mean, I'm already not looking forward to Evolution as it is. The only matches I'm looking forward to is Becky Charlotte, only because I can't wait to see when Becky loses, because WWE doesn't care, is gonna slaps in the face. I can't wait to rant on that. The Mae Young Classic Tournament Finals, and spoiler alert, in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Io Shirai versus Tony Storm, and Kyrie Sane versus Shayna Baszler. Other than that, there's not much else I'm looking forward to. Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey. And speaking of Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey, all it took for Nikki to get a title shot is to attack the champion.
Yeah.
Just like all it took for Nia to get a title shot at WrestleMania was to be called fat by Alexa Bliss. So you got women in like Becky who had to go through everybody.
Oh, yo, they never explained why a camera was in the women's locker room that time. They never explained that. And why was a mic set up there? Of all the decades I've been watching WWEF, I've never seen anything like that. GTV was a purpose thing where someone's going to be revealed, like doing that. But this was bullshit. Like, it was a one-off thing. They didn't explain it. It never paid off. It's just like, we need an excuse to have Nia Jax hate Alexa Bliss for the match. But they're best friends. How are we going to do that? Oh, well, let's set up a camera in her locker room. But that doesn't make any sense. What would a camera be in a locker room? Who cares? They'll buy it anyway.
See, that's the thing. There are people out there, and I'm not calling no names, and I'm not speaking about anything specific, who's going to buy that. Well, obviously, Kevin Dunn, he'll do anything Vince tells him to do because everyone knows he's afraid of Triple H. But I'm looking at, like, you had Becky who had to go through nearly the entire SmackDown Women's roster to get her title shot, and then her best friend comes back after boob surgery, and she instantly gets in that match as well. And yet, you give Charlotte easily gets a shot. Nikki doesn't do anything, gets a shot. Nia as well. But yet, I'm looking at, like, why am I supposed to boo Becky again? And that all ties back to why I say Becky shouldn't be at least the heel WWE's trying to present her as. I love Stone Cold Becky Lynch. That's what I want to see. But WWE wants fans to boo her so much. They have her walk out on title matches. I'm just saying straight up like this. WWE, there's not a damn thing you can do that's going to make majority of the fan base boo Becky. Because the majority of the fan base understands what she went through. When lots of women just get have shots handed to them, she has to earn it, and then someone else steals her moment. No one's gonna hate her for getting upset. We as human beings, at least I know what it's like to work hard for something, and yet your best friend still gets it over you. I know what that's like. So why am I gonna boo the woman who I identify and sympathize with the most? WWE has to understand the fans aren't stupid, and they're gonna catch on to things that they don't make, that they do poorly or do poorly, or they make too stupid for it. Like you said, with the Alexa Nia stuff, you could have easily just had, for example, you could have had Nia standing outside the door and heard that stuff. That would have made more sense. And have the camera pan it like to outside of the door where Nia is, so she could have heard in what was saying without it looked clearly staged. That's the way you get past that. I would have been able to buy that. Granted, I still think
it's actually quite simple. Nia Jax is talking in the locker room, talking in the backstage area. She's walking and talking, being interviewed by someone like they always casually do. Then she passes by Alexa Bliss's locker room. She overhears them with like you said, with the door peeked open. She overhears it, and that's how you set it up there, which makes it natural. Not a random camera in the women's locker room. And like, really? And no explanation? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You don't care, dude.
Exactly. All I'm saying is, and then people say, well, WWE's making a lot of money. So what if the ratings are
here
poor?
We go again.
What happens when they go to Fox and their ratings are still this poor? Because Fox isn't like USA. They're not the type that's not going to give a damn. If you don't pull in the ratings, they might try to pull the plug. So
they're like 3 million the first week and 2 million the next week when people see it's shit.
I mean, and I'm not saying I want WWE to fail. Quite the opposite. I want them to succeed. But when you keep giving us BS, I'm okay with the ratings falling. I mean, you have, for example, and then you piss away great potential. The World Cup is a prime example of this. I don't know who in WWE's writing, but they obviously don't know what the hell a World Cup is.
They know. They don't care.
Everyone in the tournament is an American. It's from America. You have Cena, Angle, Hardy, and Orton. I'm sorry, is this 2005 or is it 2018?
No, they're starting with the Americans to get them into it. They're starting with them. Next week is Mexico and who else, Steve?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have Rey Mysterio because he's damn sure not gonna lose to Nakamura on his first night back.
There you go.
So,
Knock America.
But what does that say about Nakamura? And it's like I always say, What the hell are you doing with Nakamura? You're not doing it. You never gained a WWE title. Then
Oh, I wouldn't put it past WWE to get the two foreigners out of there and have a double DQ so no one wins.
oh, you know what? And
Because I can't.
I would usually say that,
I
but
hope
because that's
the
Rey
heck not.
Mysterio and it's SmackDown 1000, I disagree. Here's what I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but I want to get this off my chest now.
Oh, here we go.
You talk about foreigners, Oscar. I sent the link. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
I did.
apparently that her push, she was de-pushed because of her lack of English. Do I need to explain the problems with that? One,
Bonsai.
how come when there are wrestlers who actually speak fluent English that can't cut a promo, you give like Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, you give them managers. But a wrestler who needs a manager like Asuka, you don't give her a manager? What sense does that make? And even
They're
if
making money. Kyron, they're making money. It doesn't need to make sense.
even if she is, I admit she is not fluent in English. I admit that. But you still book her like a badass anyway. You don't have her lose to Carmella 2 straight. You get dominated by Carmella for 2 straight months, and then you have her dancing around with Naomi at Super Showdown. That's not how you. That's not how you book Asuka. How come NXT got it right? Why can't the main roster? And I don't want to hear that. Oh,
The same reason DC animated and DC TV shows get it right, and the movies suck.
I mean, Dark Knight is my favorite movie, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the post Nolan ones, the post Nolan ones.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not understanding. People say NXT is the minor leagues, but why is it that the minor leagues are doing something that the major leagues isn't? I mean, I don't even watch NXT weekly all the time. I just don't.
You missed this week?
Oh hell no! I wasn't. As soon as I heard Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, and Ricochet in the triple threat match, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And that match was amazing. Hell, the opening segment,
Steve missed it.
The opening segment was good with Champ with Velveteen Dream and Nikki Cross.
That was good. I didn't know where that was going. That was like going so many directions. Like all of a sudden, Ciampa has like a little Jimmy on his arm, fucking title belt talking to him and shit.
And that's what I'm saying is like I'm looking at, and then I gotta hear people say, well, not everyone in NXT is gonna be a star. Not every gimmick in NXT is gonna make it on the main roster. Well, it won't if you don't give them a chance. How can you take the Revival, for crying out loud, and you do nothing with them? Then you finally give them a good showing against McIntyre and Ziggler. What the hell do you do next week? Oh, that's right. You have them lose to the
You make
B
him
team.
remember the Job Squad.
And then you got Bobby Roode and Chad Gable against the Ascension for 6 consecutive weeks. But no one's supposed to complain about that. Oh, but
No.
Bobby Roode's gonna eventually turn heel. But Chad Gable one is not over enough, and no one's gonna care when the heel turn happens. And even then, you don't have to put them against the same damn team for 6 straight weeks. Switch it up some. I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus the Revival.
Steve, say something, damn it. Say something about your precious Raw. Say something about your precious Raw, man.
Hey,
over there.
Raw wasn't precious. I mean, SmackDown Live, I think, was better than Raw this week. And definitely will be next week with SmackDown 1000. But yeah, you're right. I did miss NXT. I did see some clips of the show, but that's why I wasn't talking because I didn't have any say in the fight in regards to NXT this week.
No. Talk about this Raw mess that we're talking about, man. How about these heel changes happen more often than Zodiac and Big Show combined?
Yeah, well, especially in regards to Nia Jax specifically, who goes heel face seemingly all the time. But then we did have a Monday Night Raw, the double turn with Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is injured, going to need knee surgery, going to be out 4 to 8 months. So he might not be returning to Rumble or until for the latest after WrestleMania next year, maybe. So that's with Kevin Owens. But Bobby Lashley, now having his mouthpiece with him and being a heel, I think that's actually a good thing for him. At least it's something better than what they've been doing with him as a face in the past months.
My man, Bobby Lashley, he can do anything.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I had 2 things to say about that. One, I remember we were sitting there and I remember one of our friends tweeted, "Leo Rush isn't helping in anything for Lashley as a babyface." I said, no, it's not. This is annoying. You never give a live mic to a manager unless they're heel. And I'm watching this like, they can't be seriously trying to push Legends Baseball with Rush. And then I'm watching the match like, all right, something's different now. Then after the match, him attacking Kevin Owens, everyone's saying double turn. What did Owens really do to become a babyface? Yeah, he used a more babyface moveset, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a babyface. And two, even if he is, we're not going to see him for months because he's injured. And it's just funny how, now, that's another, like, some of the best people on Raw have been Seth Rollins, well, before the Shield got back together, Braun Strowman before they had to turn him heel, and Kevin Owens. Now, Owens is gone, and with Strowman not, being a heel, and Rollins being in the Shield, where he's really Roman's lackey, where are the best people on Raw?
You know what? You know what? You may wait. Is that for Bound for Glory right there? Is Ali versus Su Young? Oh shit! I'm gonna see that shit there. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh, Eli Drake. Oh shit. Oh damn, it's getting better. No. Yeah. The whole heel face thing. The whole heel face thing that's happening on Raw. Steve, get your ass back in here.
He probably had to do something.
Cool. Yeah. The best thing about no, sorry. The thing about WWE now is, right, think about it like this. How many heel turns have you seen in the past since WrestleMania? How many heel turns have you seen? How many face turns have you seen? And if you've seen any face turns, that's the main thing. Think about the face turns. How many face turns turned out well for that particular character? They turned Asuka. They turned Nakamura. They turned Becky Lynch. They turned Braun Strowman. They turned Bobby Lashley. And I can't think any face turns that went from being a bad guy into being a good guy, nice guy kind of stuff there. I think Charlotte is a rare case, but it's kind of like not really working out.
Charlotte's been a babyface all year, though.
Oh shit! Oh my God!
Remember, Charlotte just somehow turned babyface when she came to SmackDown Live last year during the Superstar Shakeup. They never really gave a reason to it, but Charlotte's been a babyface for a while.
Yo.
Someone who what?
Yo. Allie on Impact, she lost 3 of her friends to this crazy chick who literally killed her friends. They don't come back. And she's fighting this demon at Bound for Glory. And she's a nice, sweet girl, and she needs some darkness help. So she goes to an OG of TNA Impact, real back in TNA. She goes to the demon, the manager of Abyss, in the red fucking coat there, the fucking evil goatee, and she's begging him to turn her into a demon. And this is like happening now. I'm like, oh shit. Leather jacket on. Yeah,
you can tell I don't watch TNA. Literally, I'm looking at the card for Bound for Glory, and other than 2 people, that's not a single
Let me guess. You don't know anybody, right? That's the WWE casual speak. Yeah, I know.
Other than Hernandez and Homicide, and Austin Aries, of course.
You don't know Johnny Impact? You don't know Austin Aries?
Yeah, I know though. I know who Moose is.
You know Moose? That's a shock. He was never in WWE.
I know him because of the independent scene and WCPW.
Cool.
So I do know. I've heard of some of these people. I know who some of them are.
You don't know who Rich Swann is?
I know who Rich Swann is. Yeah.
There you go. You don't know who Matt Sydal is? Evan Bourne?
That's Evan Bourne.
So don't give me that shit about 2 people and shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I was looking down the card as I was reading, as I was talking. So
hashtag jumping on.
I mean, when is Bound for Glory? Is it this Sunday?
Yeah.
I might check it out.
I'm there. Mystery partners, mystery opponents. Yeah, I'm fucking there. Right. I know. Pac is free. Punishment Martinez is free. I want to see if they show up there, and they're both made for Impact. It's crazy over there. It's fucking nuts.
Oh man. It's funny how everything other than Davies' main roster is doing good. Apparently, I mean, New Japan is always going good.
The hype is real for that shit. I mean, like there was no hype at all for greatest Royal Rumble or Super Showdown other than it's in the stadium. Ooh, look at us. Ooh, look at Bryan and Miz there fight for the #1 contendership there in 5 seconds.
Well, the only interesting thing is how WWE can half-ass one of that main pay-per-views like a SummerSlam, you know, was good, or a Survivor Series Royal Rumble without pyro, but they can go to other countries and suck them off and give them great stage sets, and fireworks for a few for money. And then you bring Shawn Michaels out of retirement for money. Like, I get it, it's whatever, but why is it that you're putting more effort into these shows in other countries, but yet WrestleMania has been mediocre lately? And the only reason I liked WrestleMania last year because I was there. If I wasn't at WrestleMania 33, I might not have loved that as much. WrestleMania 34 was mediocre. And
True or false? True or false? Because of these stadium events, these live events, WrestleMania will now be not as special anymore. True or false?
True. I mean, I'm okay with maybe one big four other than WrestleMania being in the stadium every now and then. But when you have these glorified house shows and stadiums, and you give that pyro, literally the only thing WrestleMania had that stood out lately is the fact that it was in a stadium and it had pyro. Now,
that's it. Other than that, the matches were like, oh, okay.
I mean, if you look at it, what makes a WrestleMania different from a Greatest Royal Rumble or a Super Showdown? They both have part-timers taking up most of the time. They both have pyro in stadiums. They both have matches that could be good, but you fuck them up anyway. Like, what makes WrestleMania different? Because it doesn't feel the special event that it used to. I mean,
they have a special set. They have pyro. They have 60, 70,000 people there. It feels like either Raw or a glorified house show. And yeah, there's more people there. I guess. Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't get it.
And then the worst thing is,
but you know the difference between the indie scene and WWE when it comes to the special events. They don't put crap characters on their main shows. On their weekly shows, they'll have a comedy character here, not serious person here on the weekly shows. But on their main shows there, it's either to end a feud or to blow something off there. The main people are on that show. Rich Swann and what's his name? Matt Sydal had a feud for like months now. Blow off here. You got Nitro and Aries blown off here. Eddie Edwards and Moose blowed off here. Months of build up there at the baby. But Grado's not there. Joe Henry's not there. They're like the comedy characters. The Indian guys, they're not on the show there. The main guys, the main talent are on that show there. You won't find any bullshit.
And then WWE thinks by making WrestleMania 7 hours longer, that's going to increase, people wanting to see it. No, it doesn't. It decreases it. Prime example, I was at WrestleMania 33. Now, this is the first WrestleMania I attended, so I did like it. But when we get into the later matches and it's hitting 12 o'clock, I'm legit nearly falling asleep in my chair because it's tiring. And you look at WrestleMania, honestly, for me, it's not the quality alone isn't even that. 34 was mediocre. 33 I like because I was there, but when you watch it on TV, it's not the greatest in the world. 32 was bad. 31 was actually good. And it's funny, it's the last one that didn't go 7 and 8 hours. 30 was good. 29 was mediocre. 28 was good. 27 was terrible. 26 was really, other than the main event, nothing special. 25 was bad, minus Sean Taker. 24 was amazing. So we got to go pretty far to find the last truly amazing WrestleMania. And like I said, 31 was the last truly good one all around. That I could say, like I said, 33 I liked because I was there. But 31 was the last truly good one. And it went from 7 to 11. That's all I need. I don't need it going 8 hours.
Yeah, so that's totally understandable. But I want to bring up at least my take on why it seems like they're caring more about these shows over the pond, so to speak, like the Super Showdown in Melbourne or the Greatest Royal Rumble, and seem to be the crown jewel in Saudi Arabia. Well, in Saudi Arabia case, get money from the Saudi government, $1 million, to have pretty much buy for the country to buy a show there, and their government and picking who they wanted to have there. Like last year last event, they wanted Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan was still in bad terms with WWE, so that wasn't to be the case. This time, maybe in some capacity. So whatever the Saudi government wants, WWE is going to give them, because the Saudi government giving WWE money to have this show there. So they're going to get all the bells and whistles, all the actual, not only special treatment in set, pyro, and that aspect of it, but with the matches and the matchups and the superstars, they're in country for those fans, for the government, for those people. So I think that's in regards to Saudi Arabia and their shows and future shows. Now for Melbourne, Australia, and Super Showdown that just happened past Saturday in the wee hours in the morning here in Wisconsin and everywhere else here in the United States. Morning show for us. That again for their country and have a special show for them, and it's a little different than, like I said, with the Saudi government and them and their government kind of overruling and ruling on who's to be part of the show, which is another reason why Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement earlier than I thought expected, because I've been hearing, and I probably kind of agree, that the Saudi government wanted and wants Michaels there in a wrestling capacity. So it's like, okay, well, if we're going to have him back anyways, if the plan is to have him against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, that being The Undertaker's final match in a swan song, and Michaels returning the favor of retiring The Undertaker, have that go full circle there. Taker retires Michaels at a WrestleMania. Michaels is going to retire The Undertaker. But to have him at Crown Jewel now in this tag team match, DX versus the Brothers of Destruction, again, because of the Saudi government. So that's why I think the reason why WWE cares more currently with those two specific shows than with their pay-per-views they have here in America is because of Saudi government for those shows and the special show for people in Melbourne, Australia with the Super Showdown. That's why they get the special sets and why they get the pyro and this and that. Because of those, at least to me, those reasons for why those shows are getting those special treatments there. And just in the case of the Saudi shows, will continue to get that special treatment because WWE has the Saudi government, on their asses on things because they pay so much money to get their shows there. So I think that's the way I think.
To pretty much say everything you just said in 4 seconds, Steve. Basically, when asking why are you doing all this, WWE, all they gotta say is we've got to have money. All that what it's because of money. And I understand you can never make enough money, apparently, to some people. But when you're WWE, like when you look at it this way, it's like I've been saying over the last 2 weeks. You have so many big shows around the same time. You have Hell in a Cell, then you got Super Showdown, then you got Evolution. 4 days after 4 days after Evolution is Crown Jewel, and then Survivor Series is later that month. And has anyone heard WWE's not really caring that much about Survivor Series? Oh, who was right? I was, because I called it. I said, with all these big shows, then one show's got to take a hit, and it's going to be Survivor Series. I mean, I'm not expecting Evolution to be that good anyway, but with Survivor Series, the last 2 years, especially 2016, were good. Why is that? Because they actually changed it up and did a Raw vs. SmackDown thing. While granted, they should have been building it up all year instead of just having it come out of nowhere. It's still, some interesting stuff. Seeing the tag matches and the champion vs. champion stuff. That was great. That stuff was good. So you're gonna take away that stuff because you're creative. That's not an excuse because creative is dead. That's your fault. You should be working through it to give us a good product anyway. And just think of it this way: if you did the champion versus champion stuff this year, imagine the matches we would get. Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, and what else is it? And the tag team, Ziggler and McIntyre versus the New Day. Are you telling me those are 4 matches people wouldn't want to see? But instead we got to get Team Angle versus Team Corbin in the storyline no one gives a damn about?
Nope.
And then they wonder why fans like JD, and BC Amplify, a lot of other fans rant all the time. It's because when you have a chance to give us something entertaining, you go the complete opposite route. No one cares. I mean, why would I care about Angle and Corbin? I don't care about that feud at all. Now, if you gave me Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles, Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins, and New Day versus Ziggler and McIntyre, are you telling me those 4 matches alone could make a top 10 match of the year candidate, especially Rollins and Nakamura? But no, we got to go with Team Angle versus Team Corbin, which will probably end up being The Shield and Balor and someone else versus, and probably Angle himself versus the Strowman, McIntyre, Ziggler, Corbin himself, and they'll find someone else. I don't know. Probably Bobby Lashley. So between that match and the 4 I named, which one sounds more appealing? But WWE wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy though with the Survivor Series being Raw versus SmackDown as it was last year. I mean, as much as not big, things were, big things on the line. It was just breaking rights, and I know some fans didn't like that, and that's why they didn't enjoy the Raw versus SmackDown thing. But for me, even just simply the breaking rights, I did like the Raw versus SmackDown, the champions versus champions. Those type of matchups were at least intriguing and interesting to me for Survivor Series. It made me care a little bit with my own brand loyalty.
WWE's faction thing with the whole Dogs of War nonsense, the Shield, and if you want to call New Day a faction or something like that, they're stale. They've been the same thing for what, 5 years or so now? They don't even freshen them up. They bring back the Shield. They don't freshen it up in any way. Remember back in the 90s when DX was formed with Triple H and Shawn Michaels? They freshened it up there by adding who? The New Age Outlaws. And they freshened it up there by adding China. They added Rick Rude. They added X-Pac. They added some people to make it a little bit more fresh. Nation of Domination, 5, 6, 7 people. They added people to the group to make it a little bit more fresh. They kicked people out there. They brought people in. Evolution even did that for a while with the whole thumbs down thing to Randy Orton there. Freshened up a little bit there. And then you have nowadays the Shield. The Shield comes back, and what do? They do the exact same thing that they've always been doing, and they tease a Dean heel turn because, ooh, wow, he doesn't have a belt. That should be his reason.
And then, I mean, you bring the Shield back last year.
Back with some new blood in there and the most obvious one, and do something rare in the company and make a legit good face turn and bring AOP in there and make them a face with the group there. Make them a face.
Or better yet, why not turn the Shield heel? I mean, granted, that's never going to happen. But, and then pair with AOP. Even last year, a lot of people were excited for the Shield. And I'm not going to lie, when they came out the first night, the second week, with the original entrance, the original theme, and the original gear, I got a little excited. But then you remember, then after that, the novelty wore off. And literally, the only good thing that happened last year with the Shield was Shield New Day. Because that was a legit match I wanted to see. And that match was amazing. It's the Shield versus the New Day. Of course it was going to be good. But after that, literally, what else with the Shield? They do nothing because Roman was injured. And then after that, everyone went their separate ways because Dean got hurt. Now this year, they bring him back for really no good reason.
As soon as he came back, they resumed right where they left off.
Literally for no good reason.
They don't fucking learn.
For literally no reason whatsoever to Shield. At least last year, well, I didn't think it was a good enough reason. You could say, well, Roman was getting jumped by Miz, the Miz Taraj, in the bar. He needed backup. That makes sense at least. What the shit? Rollins and that this year, Rollins and Ambrose stuck their nose where it didn't belong and cost Braun Strowman the Universal Championship. And yet the Shield with the good guys and all that.
Yeah.
That's what and people wonder why. And
Rock was just doing his right as a Money in the Bank holder, and Roman didn't ask for their help either. But hey, fuck it, get your Shield back together.
And they won, and it's just getting to the point where WWE doesn't get why their top guys or the people they want to get over because you're forcing things down to us that we don't want. No one wants to boo Becky Lynch, well, besides you, Steve. No one wants to boo Braun Strowman and cheer Roman Reigns.
I know someone wants to boo Becky Lynch.
Oh,
Kevin Dunn.
Oh, Kevin Dunn doesn't know anything. I know more wrestling than Kevin Dunn. He's been in the business for almost 40 years. That's why I'm just saying. And then the dude doesn't know what the hell he's doing anyway. I mean, Paul Bear hated him, and if you can make that guy hate you, then you can make almost anyone hate you.
Oh yes.
He said, "Oh glory, Kevin Dunn, I hate you." That was hilarious. And I mean, I don't need to talk about Jim Cornette because that stuff is legendary. But at what point did it say sometimes you just gotta go along with who the fans want, not necessarily what you want? If I'm okay with like this new character for Becky Lynch because I like Stone Cold Becky Lynch. But when you're trying to make us boo Becky when all she's done is tell the truth and say what all of us have been saying, no one's gonna boo her. When you're forcing Roman Reigns down people's throats. No, I don't hate Roman Reigns by any means. I don't. But what I mean is,
why not?
Because if I'm looking at Roman, honestly, the man's not a bad wrestler for one. His promos.
Oh, you can't say that word in the company anymore. You can't say that word in the.
Huh.
He's not a bad superstar.
Anyway, his promos. His promos aren't as bad as they used to be. And he's improved on the mic. Granted, I don't think his promos are strong as super. Halftime is not his fault. When you get fed lines the way they were feeding him at first, now it's a little bit natural. Granted, I don't always like his promos, but they're better than they used to be. I don't really have a reason to hate Roman. What I don't like is WWE's agenda with him, forcing him to be the...
Have you seen Roman Reigns' most athletic move that he does there? What's Roman Reigns' most athletic move that he does?
Jumping over the ropes?
Have you seen what other big men can do in the Indies?
I can't have it. I got a pretty good guess. I mean, Luke Harper, for crying out loud, is agile as hell. I mean,
it's fun. It's funny how they have Roman do the exact same. I think over the top rope suicide dive as the Undertaker, as if they're trying to tell you something.
I can't really argue with that. And anyone find it funny when Undertaker teased that at Super Showdown? Like, damn well you can't do that.
And they cut him off there like they cut Samoa Joe off from doing the Muscle Buster every fucking time. We know you can't do it, because we're gonna cut you off there.
It was like when Randy tried to do the pun on the Big Show on Tuesday. Like we know you can't do it.
Yet.
Cool, but yeah.
I tell you, and the only time that's like someone did something what actually shocked me was when Seth Rollins first brought the curb stomp back. I was not expecting it. So I'm just watching the match, and he just hits him. I'm like, oh my god, he did the curb stomp. And then then they had Cole completely no sell it. They pretty much didn't even say like, oh, he's bringing back this move. No, they didn't do anything like that.
Must have been one of those traditional WWE last second decisions.
Then they don't even call it a curb stomp. They just call it a stomp. Like, you kidding me?
Wow. Blackout's a good name.
They don't call it that though. They call it a stomp.
It's a good name. Blackout's a good name. That's what they called it the first night when it came out there by Corey Graves. Blackout. They called it that one. And then next week, the stomp. about as great as that Trish and Lita name, huh?
Oh my god!
I wish it was better than the Trish and Lita name.
Besties.
We're going to finish at Super Showdown with Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Wanted to wait my turn to bring this up, but with Daniel Bryan and The Miz in their matchup at Super Showdown, the match ending the way they did, and the surprising crowd reaction of the finish, and with Daniel Bryan getting the roll up pin 1, 2, 3, is at least for me, again, Mr. Positivity here. That I think the reason why they had the match, the duration that they had it, and the finish they had it is because they wanted to save and having the longer, better, whatever match happening at Crown Jewel. Again, the reason why we were just talking about, and I rambled on about, which literally Kyron was able to say in 5 seconds, doing it for the money. Well, Crown Jewel, you're gonna have Daniel Bryan facing AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, and in the future, at some point, whether Daniel Bryan wins at Crown Jewel or not, Daniel Bryan facing up against The Miz, because I see that collision course happening at WrestleMania just as much as I see Ronda Rousey collision course against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Whether or not they're main event of the show, probably not. But in regards to Daniel Bryan and The Miz, their match at Super Showdown just being its own tease to what's probably going to be the match of the year candidate for next year at WrestleMania, for next year, the year 2019, at WrestleMania. So that's why I think that match went the way it did, finished the way the way it did, for that then to make you want to see whatever the next time they do face, which again, like I said, probably WrestleMania, between The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Actually, no. See, that's not the reason why the match went less than 5 minutes. Went less than 5 minutes because Triple H and Undertaker won. Triple H wanted to go 27 minutes with the Undertaker, and they had to cut a match short, and it happened to be Daniel Bryan and Miz. I mean, I agree Miz and Bryan should face each other for the title at WrestleMania, but WWE got this all completely wrong. This is what they should have did. Miz wins at SummerSlam. Hell in a Cell, if you really want to, even I wouldn't have had them face each other again. Hell in a Cell, if you're going to do it again, have Bryan and Brie win with Brie pinning Maurice. That way, Daniel can still get the W, but he didn't pin the Miz. At Super Showdown, Miz wins the number one contendership. And I wouldn't even have him win the title of Crown Jewel. I would not. Here's what I would have had: Joe win at Super Showdown, because now what the hell are they gonna do with Joe? And at Crown Jewel, and then eventually I had all four end up in a feud At TLC, a fatal 4-way TLC match for WWE title, which The Miz wins. Then after The Miz wins that, Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble and faces Miz at WrestleMania. That's what I would have done. That would have worked better because when you book yourself into a corner, giving Miz 2 victories over Daniel Bryan. The match went less than 5 minutes because Triple H wanted to go 27 minutes. So he had to shaft Bryan and Miz for it.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I just see it the other way more of than what you did with Triple H and Undertaker wanting their match so much longer, and especially with those two. Yes, those two are legends. I don't think they needed that match to be as long as their match was. Like you got to give them more time. To Daniel Bryan and Miz, a match that I would assume most or the universe was looking forward to heading into Super Showdown and trying to stay awake to watch if you're in America, sort of thing. But I guess that being left on the some and how the main event went in its own right, as well with Triple H Undertaker, that again, like I said, that's why I see a little bit differently there. But moving on with SmackDown Live started off hot with having that SmackDown Women's Title match with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, ending in a no contest. Becky getting speared by Charlotte. Charlotte doing Roman Reigns things and spearing Becky there at the top of the ramp. What do you guys thoughts on that? And I know we already talked about with Evolution stuff, but just specifically what happened between those two at SmackDown Live.
Clackman, you want to go? You want me to go?
Go for it.
I thought the match itself was just okay. It wasn't as good as that Hell in a Cell match, but it was still a decent match. The other match was pretty cool, seeing the two go. Well, I wouldn't say completely go through the wall, but break the wall. And seeing Charlotte's hand bleeding, I don't know if she really was injured or if not, but hope she's okay. But granted, she was in an MMC later that night, so you never know. I mean that was good. The only SmackDown didn't wow me this week either. I mean, I liked everything Charlotte and Becky did, and the Miz TV segment was good. Other than that, nothing else really wowed me. They didn't have the tag team champions on the show, so SmackDown didn't wow me this week.
Go ahead, Clackman.
Oh yeah, that fucking Hell in a Cell. The Becky Charlotte match, right?
Yeah.
SmackDown, yeah, it was better. It was better than the one at Super Showdown, but that's not saying much considering how the match ended. You know, cheap ass win. Superfly, yeah, I know. Yeah, so yeah, like I thought it was just like I was thinking like, why are they having this match now, like opening the show instead of like building up to it? I didn't understand the logic behind that. Like this is like a main event caliber match, but you're gonna open the show with it with no reason. So like for that reason alone, like they got jobber inches. Like I don't think even had inches. They just came out.
Yeah.
So like yeah, I can really get into the match there. It had a couple of commercial breaks in between. That breaks me up right there. I didn't understand that. So like I didn't really care about the match. Their timing was off with certain moves, and I did cringe a little bit when Charlotte went for the moonsault and her foot slipped on the ground. I was like, oh shit, I think she's legit hurt there. Yeah, that looked kind of scary right there because her foot's like she went to her ass immediately. She slipped immediately. So that was the only scary part. But everything else was just like he was average. He was okay.
Sorry about that.
Good music though.
That was an advertisement.
Movie music.
What do you guys think of
the Venom movie? Yeah, I saw it. Was good.
That one night in Milwaukee thing with Lana in English, Rusev, all that stuff in that segment.
It was as lame as I expected it to be. It was as lame. Yeah, that's that. It was as lame as I thought it was going to be.
I can't really combat with you. You said it perfectly. I mean, it was pretty obvious nothing was going to happen the minute Aiden didn't want to play the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's sad how WWE actually hooks me with certain things like Joe at AJ's house and the one night Milwaukee thing. You hooked me, but yet you let me down. That's why. And then people wonder why I'm always skeptical of the show. That's why, because every time they have something interesting, they find a way to fuck it up.
And Lana talking about hacking his iPhone. That's why they can resume it. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We all know that comes from the production truck. That doesn't make any sense. Hacking his phone.
Exactly. She could have just said she went to the production truck and got them.
Did they get the same? Did they get the same idiot to write that who wrote Alexa Bliss's "Moment of Bliss" the week beforehand with the whole age gap difference? The same idiot who proved that? Come on, really?
I have no idea.
I
mean,
at least Trish acknowledged how stupid that was on Raw this week. There.
Yeah, they actually acknowledged it. And I was even surprised they did that because I didn't think they would because they just breezed past it.
That was the only smart thing they did with that segment was have Trish acknowledge it because I'll be honest, no one really cut a strong promo in that segment. And while it did give me goosebumps seeing Trish and Lita back together. And for this show, I'm actually fine with it. After Evolution, it doesn't really matter. My whole problem with a lot of WWE today is championing wrestlers past or wrestlers present and future. And I'm okay with them having women like from the past on Evolution now, but not in the long run.
Oh man!
What?
Eric's just talking about Johnny Mundo, and he's showing pictures of him from WWE and his old Tough Enough photo. Oh man!
Oh god!
He has old pictures of his wedding to Talia. He has pictures of their wedding and shit. Like, oh shit, you got people you care about. Oh, show's over. Okay, I'm good now. Woo! Oh, okay, good episode. That's how you end it. That was good shit there. Oh my god!
I'm seeing I see a couple of updates in regards to tonight's Impact Wrestling.
Oh yeah, it's over now. So the results should be out. What's up, man?
Yeah. So just looking through some of those things.
Yo, Lucha Underground was the best show this week, or like this past fucking half of the year. That's the best episode they ever had here. If I were to say like, hey, what episode should I look at to get the gist of Lucha Underground? This episode that happened this week there. It has everything in there. It had rivals teaming up together. It had a bunch of blood, men versus women matches, insane tag matches. Willie Mack there, he's like 300 pounds, doing a nip up onto his damn toes. Like with ease, like fucking like balance off the ropes like you couldn't believe, like you're in a circus or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy over there. The people being thrown into the damn audience, weapons being used up the ass there, people being knocked down, cameraman being knocked down, and then going right back up into their feet. The people clapping for the cameraman. Ridiculous. It's sick.
Oh, stuff that's actually fun.
Yeah, it's fucking fun. The whole episode was good. The whole thing was good.
Oh,
wow. The NXT show there, beginning segment was really good. The last match was really good there, but in between there was like filler stuff. Like come on, like with what's his name? Keith Lee and the Finest, Coda Reeves. Who cares?
Yeah, I didn't really care about that. The stuff I came to see, I got. I mean, I wanted to see Dunn, Cole, and Ricochet killing. That's what I got. And also got a great segment with Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, and Nikki Cross. So I was satisfied because
best matches are the ones you don't think are going to be good, but turns out to be great. Those are the best kind of matches.
I mean, that's because they say those with low expectations are never disappointed.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, Pentagon Dark, the Lucha Underground champion, who's beaten literal monsters, who's like undefeated and shit there, and he's beating them down really badly. He's fighting against a manager girl in the main event. I'm like, what can she do? I was like, oh, I see. Oh my god, this girl was using her body like no man can ever do.
Wow.
She was using her legs and like crawling in between him. She did a suicide dive like nobody else can do. She literally did a suicide dive into a tornado DDT. I've never seen anybody do that.
No.
Holy shit. She was taking Kevin Owens powerbomb. She took it onto her ass on the ropes there. I'm like, damn, that's gotta fucking hurt right there. She was being thrown into fucking chairs in the audience, slammed on the steps. She kept coming back there. She took a Canadian Destroyer. She took a Package Power Driver, kicked out of that shit, delivered it back to him. I'm like, damn.
Oh, great. I mean, you got a woman that agile in Lucha Underground, and then a woman who's agile in WWE and Ember Moon. You have her get a jobber entrance, and then beat Nia Jax by count out in less than Like 5 minutes.
I'm like, you can remember half the shit that happens on Raw because it's the same old shit every single week. You remember?
Uh-huh. Time I need to get a phone call.
Wait, was that her back then? Because in season 2, phone call? Okay, yeah. In season 2 of Lucha Underground, Pentagon Jr. at the time fought against 3 women in the main event. 3 women at once in the main event. And I was like, who the fuck are they? And I think one of them was Asuka at the time. One of them was Asuka. And one of them was Io Shirai, who's also in the Mae Young Classic. And I think the other one was Hana Kimura, who's was super young back then. She's in Stardom. She's super cute. So I think they got all the best ones right then for a one-up match, and they ripped the fucking place apart. They were literally going to the damn ceiling and doing all kind of crazy shit over there. That's like my best match of all time right there. Ridiculous.
Wow.
Ridiculous. One after one, it was crazy. They all had the different styles, and I was like just floored by how much punishment they could take. It was ridiculous. Oh my god! Some of them even bled, broke their arms and shit. I'm like, god damn.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not kidding. There, he had to break their arms to get him out of the way. I'm like, oh my god. At the time, like Junior was trying to please his master by breaking arms for his master. Oh man. Now he does it for fun. It's crazy, man. And then next week is like it's the blow off, the go home, and then it's the Ultima Lucha Cuatro, their big WrestleMania type event there. Good matches already set up. So like the next couple of weeks there's gonna be really good for Lucha Underground fans and pretty much everybody. NJPW had a great ass special too. Double turns, heel turns. I was like, what? I was like, I'm an NJPW fan, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Are you with him or are you with them? And then like the good guy is being positioned to hit someone who betrayed him. The bad guys are holding the person that betrayed him, and then the good guy's like, I don't know. I should trust you guys there. He goes up the ropes there to hit the guy that betrayed him, and then the bad guys fuck him up there, and then the guy they were holding is part of their group now. So they gained 3 new people in one night.
So basically, what you just said, that's what WWE's trying to do with Dean Ambrose and the Dogs of War. Is actually interesting.
They did tease heel turns because one of the people in the good guy group was ordering people around. They couldn't trust him. They were giving those seeds out there, and the people in that group there didn't trust Jay White. And eventually, he did jump to the bad guy side and join them. He took not only himself there, his manager, and the other guys, friend in the group, along with them to the evilest of evil groups in there of the American side in NJPW. There's 2 evil factions over there. There's a Japanese evil faction mainly, and there's a mainly American one. So he joined the mainly American one. So like he turned down the Bullet Club at the beginning of the year, I guess because Kenny Omega, he doesn't like the copycat version of the NWO thing. He wants that new original OG evil shit, and that's what he follows.
Wow.
Oh man, it's fucking crazy over there, man. I was like, oh my god. Well, I was like, whoa. You're part of that group. You can't be part of that group. Nope. He got out of that shit there. I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking crazy. Yeah. If Dean Ambrose turns, it should be like that. But they won't do that because it makes too much sense. They won't do that because they tease Dean so much. They won't do it. It's got to be Roman who does it. It's got to be Roman who turns because they're not talking about him. It's got to be him. Anything else?
They could always fuck with us. Just have Seth turn heel again.
Again? Oh.
That's why I think it's more beneficial to have Dean Ambrose being the one to turn. But I don't see Dean Ambrose turning anytime, at least in the next 2 months. Like I see this being the start of that.
There's no way WWE's going to pay that off. There's no way they can pay that off.
Maybe later.
They're idiots. They can't even get Oscar right. They can't. You don't need to ever talk. Just come out there, say a one line, and kick ass. Say, Oscar, what are you going to do tonight there? I'm going to kick her ass. And the viewer says, thank you. And then she does it. What else do you need?
Well, apparently when you're WWE, you got to go out there and make people talk. Even though
Yeah,
when you're
15 minutes.
speaking, my whole thing is, why is it that foreign wrestlers who need a manager you don't give to, but people like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley who speak fluent English, you give a manager to?
No, no. The bullshit about the promo thing is, I did a rant on my channel about this. About you got Ty Dillinger and you got Tyler Breeze, et cetera, who speak fluent English, but yet they aren't getting pushed. So I don't want to hear the fact that she can't speak English is the reason she's not getting pushed, because they speak English and they're not getting a push. Don't give me that shit. It's likely because he doesn't get a hard on when he looks at non-blonde Asuka.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I mean, I can't get mad about Oscar for the simple fact that I called it. I said when we did the TLC prediction podcast, that was for our first match. I said I would give it about 6 or 7 months before they tried to ruin it. And neither Mark nor Steve, Mark especially, tried to defend them, saying they would get it right this time. Then about 6, 7 months later was WrestleMania 34 where they had to lose via tap out. So I'm just saying I was right all along. And then you have her coming out looking like a clown, but yet she's not buried though.
Bro, I was just gonna keep running, bro.
I don't want to hear that. Everyone, I mean, Steve, other than you, everyone knows Oscar Freeman from buried by WWE. They have taken away everything that made her unique and amazing. To the point where I don't care about her anymore. That's saying something. How do you take people I love in NXT and make me not care about them on the main roster? That's amazing how almost everyone they do it, almost everybody.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the TLC episode.
I can find it since I put it in my WWE videos podcast. I mean, in my WWE videos playlist, I can probably find it faster.
I think I got it. I just gotta get to the point here. So I'm gonna be on mute.
I know what you did. I know, Kyrene. I know. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we're still here. We're looking for something.
Oh, that was good, man. I guess I'll talk about Venom or whatever, without spoilers, of course. There, yeah, Venom overall not bad of a picture. It was pretty good. Good special effects, but it's not the same origin of Spider-Man story. It's based on a early 2000 version called Lethal Protector. That's mainly what this Venom story is off. It has loose connections to the movie Life that came out last year, the horror movie. This movie is rated PG-13. There is blood and gore in the picture, but nothing extreme. That's why it's PG-13. There are a lot of Parasite-related Venom-type movies out there from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s that are much more graphic and much more, I guess, realistic in terms of like an alien wanting to do whatever he wants. One of them is called Parasite in 2014. It's a Japanese movie. Really crazy effects, really crazy backstabbing kind of things where the alien is trying to coerce people to being alone and feeding on their flesh. Very graphic stuff over there. So if you want a movie like that one, you got to go to the indies or you got to go back a few decades when they do, nasty shit like that. But nowadays, you got to be a little more tame on that one. I saw a thriller last night called Arizona. And Arizona takes place in the middle of like some suburb in Mexico, and this guy accidentally kills someone, and a witness is there, and he has to get rid of the witness in his own very amateur-esque ways. And the only way he can get rid of this witness is by making her do things that she doesn't want to do. And he doesn't believe her, thinks she's a liar, and it gets more and more crazy after there. The movie's not particularly like strong overall because they have the typical horror movie cliches of like tripping in the woods, and they have hitting the bad guy run once and running away, that kind of bullshit, and like stupid third act structure where like everything just comes together all nicely in a nice little package at the end of the picture. So overall, 3 out of 5 kind of movie. Nun was crap. I walked out on the Nun, second movie of the year. I walked out on Hereditary, and I walked out on The Nun.
Don't say that. Hey guys.
So
I think I found it.
got him.
First off, can you hear this?
If she was under NXT.
Mark, yes, there is. I mean, Asuka's gonna win, but don't say that. Don't forget, Bobby Roode went undefeated in NXT until he lost the title, and then SmackDown lost via roll up. You know, Vince, Mr. Big Bucky Beaver keeps telling guns that back there, thinking of ways how they're gonna ruin the Asuka, because you know they're going to. They always do this to NXT graduates. People that come from NXT were big down there. You need to humble them on the main roster, and you know what's coming for Asuka next. Now, I ain't picking Asuka to win Sunday. My question is this: is it going to be a squash or a competitive match?
It's going to be right in between. Watch.
Because I think this, if given the time, this could be the match of the night. Go back to NXT TakeOver London and watch the match these two women had. It was an amazing match. I'm picking Asuka, but I want you to date back to this show when I say WWE's going to ruin it. Date back to the TLC 2017 prediction. Quote, Kyron Chase said, WWE, you know what, I give them 5 months, they'll ruin Asuka.
Oh my God, please don't say that.
I don't want it to happen, bro, but you know it's going to. Well, was I right or was I right?
Oh, Kyron, your skills of ventriloquism are second to none. I couldn't believe it. I didn't see your lips move. That was unbelievable. First of all, like I said, I get out of the way there. Congratulations, by the way. You should go to Vegas. Secondly, I agree with your point about Asuka and squash matches. Just come out there, just destroy everybody. But the only way that actually makes sense, and storyline-wise, if she takes a break, gets a master, comes back there, hones her skills back, and then goes on a killing spree like she did before.
What?
Something like that.
I mean, that'd be fun, but let's be honest. We all know it's gonna, they're gonna have her in this team with Naomi. I'm still counting down the days when she and Naomi team up and they have Asuka twerk. That's what I'm waiting for. You know,
They did on Mixed Match Challenge.
Asuka?
Yeah.
Well, luckily that doesn't. I didn't see it, so I'm not counting
that. Yeah, no one's seen it. Yeah.
I mean, you have Asuka dance with Naomi.
Charlotte was twerking.
Charlotte was trying to twerk. She was trying to. There's a difference.
A twerk is a twerk. Anyway,
a good one and a bad one is two different things, though.
AJ Styles was pop locking on the show. Yeah, they're doing the floss as usual. Charlotte Flair was doing the strut dance. Yeah, it was a pretty entertaining show. Pretty entertaining.
Oh man, I mean, I'll be honest. I was perfectly fine with the Iconics winning a Super Showdown because Asuka didn't get pinned. And I mean, it was nice seeing the two get their moment in their home country. But how far down has Asuka fallen from this high in NXT all the way down on the main roster? It's just funny how I pretty much perfectly called it. And this was like 6 months in advance I called it. I was perfect on the money.
Mm.
All right, well, I'm still on the train on the other side that she's not married, but I don't need to go through that again because Kyron. But anyways, I'm over here, Kyron's over here. It's all good. But anyways, moving on from there, not too much that I can think of really to be bringing up that we already have brought up, talked about in regards to the pay-per-view shows and other companies as well as brought up here tonight. So I think without further ado, just wrap up the episode. So I'll let each of them put themselves over, let them know where they can find you on social media and otherwise. We'll start off with Clackman.
Yeah, Clack off on Twitter, Clackman on YouTube. Don't forget to look at Bound for Glory this Sunday. I know it'll be hashtag awesome. Kyron?
You know where to follow me. Follow me on Instagram, _Kyron, Twitter, /Kyron, Tumblr, DV, Kyron Chase, YouTube, Kyron Chase. I do videos of wrestling, something the hedgehog my opponent for his magic. I do reactions every now and then. And I don't know, I might have a video come out later this weekend. You never know.
All right, and for me, of course, you can follow me on Twitter on my personal one at Ari_strong_06 for the podcast here at the Ramble _WWE. Of course, you can subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, know when I go live, or once in a while, in a great moon, when I do actually upload a video, you'll know when that drops as well. I think everybody that watched live, those will be watching archive, welcome to let your opinions be known as well. Drop a comment in the comment section below I'd love to see what you all think of what we think.
Leave a comment. A comment.
Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I will be back, excuse me, with my next video, probably tomorrow afternoon, doing This Is Us review. The videos for this most recent episode that happened on Tuesday. Then also later tonight, I will be doing my Last Man Standing video, and then probably Saturday morning will be my Twitter Whodunit video about the game that I'm part of there. So those are the rest of my schedule for this week. Also, I do have my other channel, Animated Awesomeness. Again, it's Animated Awesomeness, where I talk Star versus the Force of Evil and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic over there. And Saturday afternoon, I'll do my review of the finale of Season 8 of MLP FIM. So I'll be doing that review. Whether I'll do it Saturday afternoon or Sunday, I'm still hoping to have Kyron on that video. And Truck Driving Brony as well to go over the whole season, to go over the finale, and all in between. So welcome to jump over there and follow that one on Twitter at cartoon_reviews. Again, it's at cartoon_reviews. So enjoy, take care. Or above all else, as always, take care.
Peace out.
Yep.